Well, good morning, guys. Getting ready to take this to Mississinewa for the weekend. Check the tire pressure, oil, put full tank of water in. I got a quarter tank of fuel, so I got to stop and get some gas before we go. One thing, I did put a soft start on the top. I'm going to do a review of that, how well it did, and then I got a different kind for the back, but of course it's not in. And then my inrush meter doesn't work, so I got another one of those coming, so that video won't be out for a little bit. But I got one of these portable air conditioners, and it's an inverter type, so it's really efficient. And I got a 1/4-inch piece of HDPE and cut it to fit in the window, and so you can kind of see it, but holy cow, does it put out the air. And so it's on right now. I just thought I'd play with it. Here's the draw. So 250 watts, and it's putting out cold air. And so I don't know, each one of the rooftops are 1500 watts, and this is 250. So it's like, come on, guys. You know, this is the new inverter compressor, and it sucks and blows from the outside, so it doesn't make it negative. But man, you know, kind of the same. Granted, this will ramp up, but 270 watts. So I'm making 500 watts on the solar, and I'm not even in during the day here, but you could totally go boondocking and have an air conditioner on if you had. I'm not saying this is just kind of a mock-up, you know, proof of concept type thing, but man, why don't they put this technology? You can't even get a rooftop with an inverter compressor on it. Blows my mind, you know. And this thing is $500, and these rooftops up here are like $1,500. It's crazy. But anyway, thought I'd play with this weekend, because when we go to Pennsylvania, we're not going to be able to plug in. And so I had this for my bedroom just to supplement the cooling, because it's been 90-95 and it gets hot in our bedroom, and this just takes the edge off. But I just thought I'd throw it in here to play with it. But we're getting packed up. Daughter's birthday today too, so at some point we'll all be packed up, and then we'll run down the road. But I'll take you with us on our Mississinewa trip. Of course, it's going to rain all day tomorrow, but yep, I'll bring you more. Well, we're on the road now. We've got 59 miles an hour to go, depending if you look at that one or this one. Got 160 gallons of gas. Accidentally wanted 100, but there was no attendant inside. I went and got a Coke and went to the bathroom. But we're on the road, and I can't remember if this is the park where there's some bad ways to go in or not, so we'll find out soon enough. Well, we're going down the middle of nowhere. We've got a couple miles left. Poor daughter, she's just trying to do homework. But hopefully these roads don't get any smaller. It's the smallest one I've been down, but they just get tight. Got 100,000 stop signs on it, which are not my favorite, but I got new brakes now. We got 5.8 miles left, and I don't know how many. There's Tudor stop signs are left. Well, good morning. It's Saturday morning. We had one of the girls sleep with friends we came up with, so we just pulled out one bed and left the couch. It was their birthday, so they did a cupcake course, and Found out on this thing right here, it does a real good job of blowing out air, but it kind of just blows it in this direction. And there's like, I think there's like a lot of heat around here. So I ended up turning the main one on, and the soft start that I have, it's been working real well. Coach has done good. Ended up charging the batteries and running everything. I don't like to run all 4 ACs. I've just been running 2 and had the water heater, had some coffee, taking showers and everything. So it's been doing good. We're gonna do some ribs today. So I just cleaned up my smoker and found out don't have any pellets. So the neighbors let us borrow some, but I'm gonna go see if the camp store has any. And then we ran out of wipes. So it's a good dry run before our 10-day trip. We don't have any more toilet paper, paper towels, wipes, pellets, and we forgot milk. So we've done real good. So I'm on the scooter going up to campground, or the camp store. So pretty mark. Mississinewa. Probably better put this down before I flip over. Well, my beloved toilet, having problems again. My little air compressor that I put outside just for the toilet, basically, noticed it was running and running and running about every 10 minutes. And so went out there and I couldn't find anything, and I came in here, and this is the back end of my toilet, and there's a fitting down inside of there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's leaking some air, and we're camping. So what I did is, luckily I had a valve. This is the main coming in, so I just cut it and I put the valve in here. So this keeps the air compressor from cycling, because it leaks just a little bit of air in there. So I put that valve in, but then this valve, it doesn't hold on this side. So I've got to, oh well, it's better than nothing, but at least we can go to the bathroom. So I got to get that fixed, and then I'll show you outside. I had a, my gray tank fitting is leaking next to the tank right before it exits. So I'll go show you that. So here's the water tank. So I got my water tank back here, and then my gray. My black's holding fine, but the gray back there on the top, it's leaking and seeping. So I've got to take that whole fitting apart. But we've camped over the weekend here, and everything's been kind of fine. I'll show you a picture of the site. So there's our campsite, our neighbors. So fit in here real good. Well, we're loading up. I didn't get much footage. Did you guys have a good weekend?
Yeah.
This is a good park, I think. So got some stuff to fix. Got the toilet to fix in the back, and then I've got the gray tank to fix. So I'll probably show that. So this is the Mississinewa campground. So it's actually a nice place. A lot of big open spaces and campers, and was able to fit this guy right in. So just gearing up to go home and then get it fixed before our 10-day trip. Well, I'm all ready to go, and friend, I don't know if they want to say their name or not. They're getting ready to come out, but he's got a truck over there, so I think he's, and a tree. So I think he's trying to figure out which way to go, but I'm gonna follow him because I got a straight shot out. There he goes. I guess he could almost go straight back and then turn straight out. Maybe that's what he's gonna do. That's the only bad thing when you get into longer links. They're pretty nice for traveling and for the inside, but I mean, if you stay out of state parks, this one's really not that bad. They're just not made for these big things. he's 40 feet, which I think's really a good length. So that extra 5 feet, he could still make it, but hope you don't mind me filming you. There he goes, threading the needle. There he goes. Now it's my turn. So yeah, I'm pretty simple, really. He's gonna make the corners. The tight spot will be the dump tanks up here. I got a thread right in between some low trees, and I think I'm going to take there's 3 of them. I always look at what I'm doing before I do it, but there's 3 of them. I think I'm going to take the right one so that I can swing way out and then back in. I got to try to get these tanks down. I might drop the left side a little bit. That way it's not as shitty of a job to fix the tank. And these corners we got to take wide. And then you just got to watch the trees. I got all those solar panels and 4 rooftops up there. My new shocks are nice. But yeah, this is Mississinewa. I was real happy with the campground. You know, in state parks, I really get nervous. I think it's, I'll remember the name in a minute, but this one's been nice. They actually have seasonal camping, big, oh man. They have big spots, and for seasonal, I think it's $3,400 for the year, but then you're stuck for the whole year. But some of these people, it takes me maybe 3 minutes to dump my tanks, and some of these people it takes like 15-20 minutes. Aggravating. So it's I don't know what time it is here, 1:15. Hopefully there's 3 of them, so who knows, we'll see how long it takes. I forgot to get it. It is 3, I think I took 3, he took it's 1:35, so it took them 20 minutes. It took me right at 3, and it took Darren 2.5 minutes. So he beat me fair and square in the pit stop. But I didn't film it because I need all my hands for that. We are heading now to the front of the park to get some, what the heck is that? Heading to the front of the park to get some ice cream. Because why not, I guess. So like I said, it's a nice, pretty park. Definitely, I don't say that much for state parks. Definitely would come back here, especially since it's only on bus time, travel time. It was like 1 hour and 20 minutes, so that's like it's nothing. So we'll come up here and take the corner, back in. All right, now I lost them. I don't know where ice cream is, so hopefully they're up there. I didn't see the bus anywhere else. Yep, there it is up there. Trees look a little close over here. Let this guy pass. Yeah, they would have scraped. So it's a fork in the road. So I have no idea. Looks like ice cream is over there. Glad I don't have the truck. I don't know where I'm gonna park. I guess I can pull in parallel with those guys and then I can back out. It's in a gravel drive. Alright, nobody coming. I can go way out here. There we go. Looks like maybe I can do the same thing he did. Come way in here. And then turn. Try to parallel. And then I stick out 5 feet further, so maybe we can stick her right here. So there's some nice bikes. It's KK Bike. Stop for ice cream. I think it's time to go back now. Go help him hook it up. Although it looks like he's done. All done? What's that? Well, we're gonna load up and head on home. And then I've got to do some surgery on the, that's that fan. Do some surgery on the tank and the air fitting, and then I'll probably call it a day on this video. Well, we got home and girls are unloading that. I unload and take everything off the bus. The generator, I ran out of fuel. I forgot I was at quarter tank, and I keep the motor running, and I was able to get it going, so that's not a problem anymore. The air tank, so everything's good under here. What I'm gonna do is put a valve, an easily accessible valve at the toilet, and we're gonna use that for our trip because it's only like 8 or 10 days away. I'm afraid if I rip it open, I might not be able to fix it before our trip. So I'm just gonna get it working. And in this one, I gotta get this going because it leaks. So what I've done is drain the tanks out, and I put this hose on here just to keep the smell away until I can get a lot of this opened up. But I think what I'm gonna do is take this valve off. I'm gonna cut this pipe somewhere in here so that I've got enough room to put compression on it. And then I'll be able to hopefully, I don't know, try to take that off. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this assembly off of here. Well, I took this thing off, and it kind of came apart here, and the fittings, it was broke off on the top, and this is threaded, but it looks like it's got some glue in there. So I'm trying to figure out how to get that out of there. So I'm working on trying to just cut it and turn it and pull that out. Well, I took a hacksaw blade and I gently cut it into thirds right up to the nylon tank. You can see it is threaded, so now it's dripping out, but I've got it at an angle, so it should come straight out of here. Now I just need to figure out if I've got to buy a new one of those things and how to put it back together. All right, so I'm not proud of it, but I put a valve in here, and so I just connected the bottom one, put it around. I have to make it easy enough to use for the girls to do it, and hopefully I only need it to hold for 10 days. I think because this fitting's broke and some of that other stuff is in there too. Sometimes that thing sticks. I'm gonna see if I can order the whole assembly in there. Might be cheaper to put a whole new toilet in, but I think this will get me by for the 10 days. I'm afraid if I try to fix that fitting down in there, it's gonna break. All of that stuff's 23 years old, so it's brittle. So it does work. It just leaks a little bit of air right now. So I think I'm gonna leave this and just turn the valve on and flush the toilet, and when the toilet's done flushing, you turn the valve. So I don't know. So I got my air pump running, that's the noise, but all I did is verified that's 1.5 inches. I put a cap in it. I've got to get that whole new assembly. They didn't have one at the store, even in the RV section. They did for a 3-inch, but not for 1.5 inches. So I've got to go order that. Hopefully it'll come here within the next couple days. So I'm gonna go ahead and I guess get resolution to this video. So I'll wait a couple days and get it fixed, and then post this one. Well, I finally got my valve in. I got it so that it would accept a fitting on both sides, and went to the hardware store, and I got this fitting, which should screw in there and pop in here. And I didn't know what I'd find, so I got a union, if I can make it work. I got a 90, I got a coupling, and depending on what I've got available, I've got this fitting that could fit in there as well, because I didn't know how tight it was. So going to basically fit all this together. I got some thread compound and some ABS to PVC. They wanted $18 for a 10-foot stick of pipe, and I've got 1.5 inch PVC, and I probably need 2 inches of it. So I just got this ABS to PVC, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this together. Well, after fighting it, I finally got this in there. I got that screwed in there with pipe thread on it. I had to end up taking this apart so that I could push this on and then push it this way. So now I've got to get that valve on there. Well, I got the fitting on there. It's actually sucks more than it looks. Kind of trying to get that on there, but it works. And I filled the tank up. Well, I didn't fill it up. I filled it up about this high, and then I put this hose on and kind of did a leak test, and nothing leaked. And so then I just kind of drained that water on my yard, which severely needs it anyway. So I got this installed, and I got the toilet. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and post this video and get it out on Friday, and then we are going to take off next week for our East Coast trip. I think we're leaving Tuesday after work, or Wednesday, I can't remember. And so yeah, so I'll go ahead and post this. So if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've picked up a few things, and see you on the next one.